I thought I'd try the smaller format today using my little paint box here. This is a photograph, another one from Sutton Park I took a while back, last autumn I think it was. Simple little scene. It's 7x5 watercolour paper, but I've got the same colours: light red, burnt umber, Payne's grey, Alizarin crimson, ultramarine, lemon yellow and raw sienna. So this time I'm still using the hake brush, but this is the little version, exactly the same brush, just smaller. So I'm going to start like I normally do, giving it a good soak. Now I have stuck this paper in the sink just, so I have pre-stretched it, so I shouldn't be getting, it should stay pretty flat throughout the painting with a bit of luck. So I'll give that a good soak. I'm going to go into raw sienna. Clean the brush. And then ultramarine. Again, just leaving little gaps where the clouds are. I'm just going to bring that right down into the foreground. That's just a very simple sky. I'm going to clean the brush again, and I'm going to mix raw sienna, ultramarine, same colours I used for the sky. And I'm just going to put in those distant trees, keeping them nice and small. Obviously when you switch formats like this to the I'm used to doing the bigger ones, so I have to be careful. I sort of retain the scale of this little 7x5 format. It's easy to do things too big. I'm just gonna, so again I'm watching that water at the bottom of the page just to make sure it doesn't start, I don't start getting back runs up the paper. So I'm just working my way along, just dabbing into the raw sienna and the ultramarine, just trying to vary the height of these things. You don't want them all the same height all the way across, it looks a bit bland. In fact, I might deliberately make these ones a little bit taller just to get some variation, because I don't want them looking all exactly the same going across. So that looks a bit better when you increase the height. That'll do. Now I can see some trunks from here, so I'm just going to just very lightly use the fingernail just to scrape out a few trunks and what have you. That's enough for that. I'm going to clean the brush. I'm still going to use the same colours, but I'm going to introduce some lemon yellow. So it's ultramarine, raw sienna, a bit of lemon yellow. But this time now I'm doing sideways movements now. And just constantly dipping into the palette to change the colours, just to create the variation. And once it all gets a bit samey on the brush, just clean the brush and start again. raw sienna, lemon yellow. A bit of light red. I can see a bit of light red in the landscape, so I'm going to introduce that, starting on this. In fact, I might give it a quick sweep down there and sort of sweep it round. I'm just watching the edge of this path. There's a path there, so I don't want to go over the edge yet because I want to do that in a different colour. But again, do this red on this right hand side now as well, but not too much because it's a very strong colour and it will soon very quickly dominate. That's the main sort of landing, if you like. And I'm going to clean the brush. And I might just put that path in now. So for this, I don't want too much water on there. Fairly dry. And I'll generally that sort of colour. I mean, if we look at the picture again, you can see how it's starting to come together. So if I put that path in now, I'm thinking sort of light red, ultramarine sort of colour. So ultramarine, bit of light red. And then just very quickly that'll do for that. Again, you can see it's not exactly, what did I say now, it isn't far off, to be fair.